Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello Taurus, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much to those of you, or to everyone who's like viewing these my videos, watches them, shares them, so has subscribed to my channel, and also who have left me a comment and or a like. So I do encourage that. I'm always curious to see how it pans out for people. You know, the messages that come through. So yeah, so it's just cool. So whether you leave it in my inbox or on, you know, on this page on my channel, that either way it's okay. But you know, you don't need to write your whole story. That's okay to, you know, on saying that. So but a thumbs up, you know, it's kind of like, yes, that's cool. It lets me know that, you know, that you are getting something out of it, I guess. And saying that, but oh gosh, I'll drop that. So anyway, just want to remind everybody quickly that if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now, either during or after the video. So the other thing is, just remember that these reads are general, so they may, you know, it may not resonate with you. I do encourage, like, if it doesn't, especially checking out what your other signs are saying for you, because it may really help you fill in the gaps as to, you know, what is going on. And even if it doesn't, you know, it does resonate with you, then, you know, it's always good to have, I feel, to have a like look and see what the others might be saying. On saying that, that's if you're drawn to it. So I'm just going to like take those two together, and if there is one more. So let me see your energy. What is your energy? So this is the energy of Taurus. So there's a lot of chit chat going on there in the background. I feel like my energy with yous is starting to pick up. It's starting to elevate, or starting to like feel like things are starting to come, you know, more together. But I feel like it's because you, you know, you're coming back to earth. So you may have been feeling like you've been out there, and I'm just feeling like this really, not a headache, but feeling a little bit lightheaded across my forehead, and you may be feeling like a little bit headachy or something like that. I don't know, some of you, and it's maybe overthinking or thinking, you know, or really trying to look into something and see how, you know, how things are going. But I don't feel there's a lot of energy changing that is going on. So I've just been like noticing my notes up there that I've taken. This is for Monday the 16th of August. Through to the 22nd of August 2021. So anyway, and I'm recording this on, oh God, Wednesday, the 11th of August. And so you may be wondering, gosh, and I haven't like done, you know, I'm about 2-3 weeks behind, because I intended to do them before, but lots of changes have been happening with me as well. So and there is a thing about you know, it just going with the flow of it and seeing what happens. So today is like kind of like a catch up with the beginning of August and coming into where we are now, but also more into like next week. So leading into next week, but also mainly for some of you, I guess why I'm saying that is because some of you may be feeling this energy like right now before next week. Some of you will be like, okay, I can feel something coming up, and this may help to explain that for you. And others of you, it's like you maybe have no idea, and that's fine. That's all good, because we're all at different stages of where our energy levels are, and our understanding and perception of where things are in, you know, in the world, in life in general, and all that sort of thing. So, and this is why I say this is like, if it resonates, then wonderful. Okay, now let me see. Okay, I was actually intending on doing a row of like 9 cards, but I keep going to the 4, so 4 cards again. Okay, so these 2 cards here is like the overall energy. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles here and the 7 of Cups. So there's something where you may have been going through a really like tricky, challenging time, and you may have been feeling like walking on eggshells, I'm hearing, for some of you, and there's maybe like just like shit just hasn't been going like in you know, like smoothly, you could say. In the background, it's like other things have, but there may have been a few things that have kind of like just gone, you know, out of kilter, but somehow, and it may have been a little bit disruptive, but it's not in this, or slowed things down, and that could have been quite frustrating. But I feel like at the moment, even this week, then that I'm making it, things are starting, the energy's starting to like shift a bit. So you may be feeling a little bit more at ease next week, and seeing things more falling into place, and allowing, and ready for a little bit more adventure, because this Page of Pentacles is like something about curiosity, basically. And I feel like there may be something that you're looking at, exploring something new, going into something new, and feeling, or something new, maybe not something new, but it may be something new in the sense with whatever it is that you're working on. So whether it's a business, a project, or something around the house, or, a career, a workspace. When I say career, I'm talking about, like study or something. There may be like that you're adding on to something as well. For some of you, it may be a renewed relationship, that you've come out of one, and you're like ready to move and explore and go on an adventure with, as far as, it may be that you're still in a relationship and you're looking at moving out, but it may be feeling, or going into one, whatever that is. For some of you, it may be exploring, like, hey, it's maybe time to go into to go and get a baby, to go and make a baby, but it may be time to start the family or something like that, or get married or whatever that is. And it may be just time to like sell up and move out, or change abode, because it's maybe something, there's something there where you're looking at, but exploring. I wouldn't be surprised if that's got to do with family, health, or a business or work or something, or some sort of project that is around finances. On saying that, it's not necessarily that, but it could be like there's finances, in money, or something to do, like you're looking at doing something different, on saying that, or something new with the money that you've got, or you're looking at expanding or decreasing, whatever it is. But there's definitely, I'm also seeing some of you maybe like selling the house and getting a camper van or a house bus, or some of you is maybe just getting that house bus or that, and not so much selling the home or in a camper van, and just going for a little to-do around. Others of you is exploring, a brand new business, or an extension of your business or your career, or something like that, around you. And some of you, it may be that you're, moving into a property, looking into the property market, whatever it is. But what the Seven of Cups is like here as well. So it's like, I feel like this is like, this card with the Seven of Cups is like, you like moving towards looking at some of these dreams that you've put out for. And I feel like you're checking out, or you're being reminded of what didn't work, what hasn't worked as well, because the Seven of Cups is about dreams and fantasies. So, and I feel like there's been a learning, or there's a learning in there. Like now you know more so about where you're going, where you need to go, and how you need to do it. So, or what is a dream and what is a fantasy, basically, or you're discerning the difference between that for you. And making, but it's like, okay, this is feasible, I can make this happen now. So it may not necessarily be like, somebody might say, oh, you're just fantasizing. But on saying that, it's like you, the dream, that there is a dream there, but there is like, not letting others tell you that that is a fantasy of yours. But because it's like making, unless it's an unhealthy thing, well, that's probably different. But it's like, often people, you're just dreaming, mate, and then it kind of like turns into a fantasy type thing. So that's where they're kind of going that. But you know what, with a bit of work, and so this is like, I feel like you're exploring those, something to idea, and what you're going to be doing in the future, and what that might look like for you, or even in the now. So, but I feel like you're more ready to do that now, because you've been able to weigh up stuff. So, and there's nothing wrong with going towards your dreams, and like, and allowing yourself to explore that, because it's your life, basically, is where Spirit are going. But I do feel like here's the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups for me is about, there's a sense of contentment that you've been working through with this last couple of weeks and last month or so. but you may be there more so in, coming into that, next week. So some of you, like I say, maybe already there, but there's like the energy is really calm at the moment that I'm feeling. So there's a sense of, contentment there, but there's a sense, my cup is full. I've experienced these, or my cups are full. And you're sharing, you're ready to move on, and you're sharing. So there's something about an end of an emotional or to do with a relationship sort of process, okay, that's going through there. The King of Pentacles is, I'm going across this time. The King of Pentacles is here. And he's talking about, some sort of success and hopping into that role where he is, he's achieved his, oopsie daisy. He's working towards achieving his goals. I do feel like that is a male energy as well, but it could also be you as well, because you are a earth sign as well, Taurus. So this is about, reaching that, keep moving, and basically, because I feel like there is, like I said, the Nine of Cups is often seen as, things are coming together. It's time to move on, time to get going or moving into the next phase. But the King of Cups is saying, yes, keep going, because you're working through whatever it is. The Ace of Swords is like you're starting to get out of your head. There's a new perspective in the things, and, there's a sense of victory or a sense of achievement, and you're ready to move on to the next stage. It's like you finally get your stuff together, or you come into that space. This is about, I feel like this is about projecting yourself into that space, and that you are successful, and that you can, achieve what it is that you need to achieve. Whoopsie daisy, I think something's going on with my phone. It's saying the battery is low, so I'm just going to tweak that cord a bit. Sorry, I would normally edit it, but I'm not going to. So on saying that, your battery may have been a bit low before, and something may have been a bit rocky or shaky, but it's starting to come back around, because it's like, this is about you, a sense of victory. You've got what you needed, and now you've understand what you needed, the information, and you're now ready to move on. So here is the chains. There's like a ball and a chain, but it's not necessary. This is about you chaining yourself together. So this is like the devil. This is in this card, the devil card. So this is like unleashing or unshackling yourself from these toxic thoughts that may be going on in your life, or around you at the moment. But there may be toxic energy in your life as well. So it's like not allowing yourself to go into that space. But I feel like they're just saying that there is some could be some toxicity there for some of you. Some of you it's with yourself, but and or somebody else, but releasing yourself from that. And it may be toxic thoughts, so not in a sense, or toxic energy that kind of stops, with, now that you've got to this point where that's like, yes, I got it. I know in my mind that's where I'm going. I know in my being, and I'm making decisions and things like that. So there are some new decisions that you will probably be making around that side of things, is whether you allow yourself to get caught up in it mentally and emotionally and not making decisions, or being in your own being, in your own peace of mind and your own power, and expressing that. Speaking your truth, challenging people is what I'm hearing. So allowing yourself to do that. It's, without letting yourself get too heckled up where you end up hurting yourself, basically, in the sense over, thinking about things, in that sense. So the Four of Swords, it's like there's a sense of rest, taking a rest. It's time to take a break. Okay, they're talking about here. Time to take a break. And recuperate. There's been a lot going on. The Six of Swords there, it's moving out and moving on, looking out into the future. There is definitely something moving, but it's like, I feel you're like in this energy. You're not so frustrated anymore, and it's like you're not letting yourself, it's like, okay, I'm just going to take a breath, but definitely have a break here. This is about, recuperation with the Four of Swords. So that gives us that ability to be able to see a lot more clearly, feel a lot more clearly, and make decisions clearer decisions that we know that are, that bring us peace and calm, and that we're okay with, okay? And that you're okay with. I talk like I'm or whatever star sign that I'm working with, so that's why I'm not mindful of that. I'm thinking, oh no, well actually I'm talking about you, but I'm in the energy of you. So I feel like that's part of it, is just being mindful whose energy you're in. Is it yours or is it somebody else's? Where some of those thoughts are coming from. So the Ace of Wands was is in reverse here, but I'm going to turn it around, because when we start to do that, because these ideas that, that were there, because that's why this is in reverse, that you've got this new idea or new ideas or feelings or burst of energy. This is why it's important to take a rest, with whatever it is that you're doing. Take a break, and it's, even if it's for a day or an hour or a weekend away, and just allow things to be, to be what they, it's not necessarily just chucking it all in a cupboard and just like leaving a great big fat mess, but it's like, I feel it's like just, if it need be, just tidy up the space a bit, and then, so it's ready for you, like, so you don't, like they say, upset yourself. So there's a sense of organization, management, and, expressing yourself. And so things get done in a way, and enough to, like, give you a little bit of a break, so it's like you can go away. It's like, for me, if I go away, I like the house to be clean and tidy and ready to come back. When I come back, I just need to relax or whatever it is, and then go about doing, what I need to do normally, rather than coming home to clean up a big fat mess. It's like, or whatever, or small mess, whatever it is. It's just more welcoming. So they're talking about making things like that more in that sense as well. So it could be your bedroom, it could be your kitchen, it could be the whole house, could be the lawns, could be whatever it is. It could be your office space or your job or your business space, whatever that is as well. Anyway, the Ace of Wands, it's like, it's, allowing yourself to take some time out it's almost like tidy up inside your emotions and your feelings and your decision making, and that, so you can allow yourself to move away from the strife. Meditation is my number one go-to tool. Breathing is part of that meditation, but it's either one of those two that I will go to. So I do my own form of deep breath meditation and work. So, and there are like lots of others. So, and you can, learn from others. Like there's soma breath work, and there's all sorts of other type of breath work, they call them. But, finding what you need to do for you. But definitely breathing is one of my main tools that I use when I'm doing, healings and, and or readings, when especially the healing side of things. So it's getting people to breathe through that emotion or whatever it is that we're working through, or they're working through, I should say. So anyway, breathing, meditation. Knight of Wands here is, the Ace of Wands is there. So whatever it is, this Knight of Wands is here to help you get this energy underway. It's just like you've got to because he's got a quick move. So something is moving quite quickly, or could move quite quickly with this idea, or this energy that you've got to put into something, whatever it is, and get that moving. So it's like Two of Pentacles, you're probably going to need to adapt to change, basically, which is there. So it's like there is something about an opportunity in the Ace. So there's like, this is your new idea. Okay, and so there's something adapting to change within that. The Six of Wands talks about some sort of success or achievement in some way. It's like she's made, there was something like, there's a scroll there, and she's got a big smile on her face. So there's Six of Wands is like you're moving towards something, making it happen. The Page of Cups here talks about, once again, it's always about new beginnings and looking to explore new things, ideas, feelings, and that sort of thing. So this Page of Cups, I feel like on an emotional level, I feel like there's something new, but also your intuition may be growing as well, as you're allowing yourself to move and listen to your inner and higher self, connecting with that energy of you and grounding yourself, but coming back to you, basically. But the Page of Cups is, and I feel like there's a beautiful new relationship with yourself, understanding of yourself, and, which means that, and that, and everything else starts to grow. Other relationships within your house, your family, work relationships, because you have a different outlook on things, but it comes back to you. When I say a different outlook at things, it's like, where they're going with that. It may be that you're more of the word, tolerant with people in the way that they are. And it's not saying that you're going to accept their crap or anything like that. It just means that you understand where they may be, and it's not like you're going to accept it, but it's like you're going to respond in a different way. Does you know what I mean? So it's like because you're in a different emotional space and with yourself basically, but it's also about intuition. It's as well. So it's like because you're understanding, it's like, okay, I'm just going to walk away from that one. But you have like this Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups. There's all new beginnings down there. Even though the devil's there, there's a new beginning there. So it's talking about unleashing, releasing, toxic thoughts, energies, feelings, people, blah, 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 situations, experience from the past and the now. But also when you do that, we release, when we do it now and in the past and the now, we're releasing it out. We're projecting good shit in the future, good, dreams, whatever, good, when I say shit, good stuff. Good, feelings, outcomes, blah, blah, blah. So it's all like moving there. So then we have the Five of Wands and the Two of Cups. So Five of Wands, there is generally some sort of battle going on, battle going on there. So, and a battle of wills, you could say, and it may be like the battle of will with you in this relationship, because the two of, it may be with your partner, because that's, there's a partnership, a friendship there. So it could be within a relationship that you have, like it could be your partner. It could be a friendship on saying it, but I do feel like this is more of a closer knit friendship, and it may be like a battle of your wills, your will actually, on saying that. So there's something like that's shifting there, and I like how the Five of Cups is underneath the Two of Cups. I feel like because it's that way around when I picked it up, it's more that you're more successful in understanding that, the side of things. So that's really nice to end off with, with this, Nine of Cups there, letting you know that actually that's, beginning with that there is that sense of things coming together where things are going to be more, you're feeling more contented and more and moving and feeling in a space where you want to be feeling, moving in, within yourself. Then because in leading into this Page of Pentacles, with this new exploring new things, and and especially in your dreams. So there may be new dreams, with this exploration here, and even fantasies. You may be fantasy, but you can see, basically he can see which one. It's like using your intuition. It's like you can see which is probably more going to work rather than what's not going to work. Okay, they're going to put it that way. On saying that, because in some of these cups there's a snake, and the others there is a heart, and there's a sword in another, there's a castle, there's a gold castle in one, which means success, and there's another one with a dragon in it, and there's another one with some riches in it, but and there's another one with a skull in it. So it's kind of like this is where it's like you're able to discern more about where you're going, basically. So it's like, and you're choosing different things and ways of how to do things within and without of you. Cool. Yay. How cool is that? So really loving this energy, really loving, where you're moving into, Taurus. So super, super cool. Super cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there now for you, Taurus, with, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. So, and that comes not only from me, but my amazing, spiritual team that work with me, the Keepers of the Light, and I've had some Anunika energy or Anunnaki energy that's come through. There's 2 lots in there, but it's like this morning, and have like shifted the whole energy. So there's a lot of healing energy in here, and I hope you can feel it as you're moving forward and during your day. Okay, anyway, bye for now. We'll see you next week.